Welcome, dear devotees. Today we are going to talk a tiny little bit introduction to the Sunday in the Shiva ideal. Tomorrow is the Mahashivaratri. Most of you may be knowing, some of you maybe don't, that every month there is a Shivaratri. And the Mahashivaratri is generally in the English calendar of end of February, beginning of March, every year. And Shankaracharya wrote a beautiful hymn. It's called Nirvana Shatakam. Let me recite it for you. You've heard this before. Let's remember again and remember it. Nirvana Shatakam. Mano buddhi chitta ahankar naham Chidananda rupoham shivoham shivoham Nityaham brahmoham Chidananda rupoham shivoham shivoham. This shivoham shivoham, what does it exactly mean? And this Shivaratri is not just one day in a whole year. It is every moment of the day, every day. This Shiva, as being an Advaita Vedantist in the journey that we have taken on, is the Shiva consciousness, is the consciousness within us. But you notice, as per the story, that Mother Kali, the Jagat Janani, is standing off Lord Shiva. Can you imagine? How can it be? And he is lying helplessly. He is the Shivoham, he is the Chidananda Rupoham. But that Chidananda Rupo is you and me. It's within us. But it is being ridden by the Maya of the Jagat Janani, Mother Kali, is standing on top of that and covering it up with what? Our Maya. Maya is this name, form and samsara. We put this body into a name, Robbin Ghosh, and a gender and a fame and a name. And I have so-called the samsara. Look at it carefully. We say, this mobile is mine, this house is mine, this husband is mine, this wife is mine, these children are mine. But just see, you say this glass is mine, this computer is mine, this husband, wife is mine. But do you say that this glass is me? Do you say this husband is me? Do you say this wife is me? No, we don't. We say this is my hand. But we don't say this is me. But how come we say this body is me? This is the Maya of the Jagat Janani. And we are supposed to go beyond that Maya and go to the inner consciousness, which is the Shivoham, Shivoham, Nirvana Shatakam, Shankaracharya. Nityaham, it is always present. Buddhaham, Buddha is the one who knows. Like Buddha, Buddha means the one who knows. We are supposed to take on that journey, and Mahashivaratri is to remind us, like that Shivaratri every month, and for us to practice every day. And whether we are non-dualist or dualist, whichever way, to remember that non-dualist is the consciousness is I. I'm the consciousness. Mano buddhi chitta ahankar na aham. I'm not the body, name, form and function. But we do what? This is me. Now look at these Shiva qualities. You know the famous story that everybody wanted the great thing of the ocean filled with the milk. And the devas, asuras and suras Suras are the devas and demons are the asuras. They all wanted to join up and churn. They all realized by themselves they can't do it. And Meru, which is the strongest in the center of the earth, they took it, and Vasuki is the snake, to churn, like a churn the curd, to make a lassi out of that, and to churn in from there. So they all took the churning process. The whole story, I don't want to get onto it. We will talk about it more or maybe on Sunday. But we can tell these stories to children, to our grandchildren, to know that when they were churning, lots of good things kept on coming up from the ocean of the milk. But look at it carefully. Every gods and goddesses were present there. But Shiva, detached, sitting in the Mount Kailash and meditating. I used to wonder in my early journey, why did Shiva has to be meditating all the time? He is the supreme creator. Because he is always in that detached form. Can you and I have that characteristic? That detachment, which is called Viveka, knowing what is right, what is wrong. And that's how Vivekananda name came. And along with that is Vairag. Knowing what is real, what is not real, and detach from what is not real. Detachment. I'm not in it. And just see, it is my part of the deciphering. Look at it. He's totally detached. He doesn't want. And yet, he wears what? Nastiest of the thing which you can think of. Animal skin must be smelling. Like other deities, gods and goddesses have lots of beautiful diamonds and jewels and gold cloths and whatever. And Shiva has, let's say, a garland of what? Snake. And not just any snake. Poisonous snake. And his so-called followers are ghosts and scorpions. And those things like a jackals and those things generally you and I would not like to be around. In other words, what did Shiva is telling for you and I? That when anyone has no place with anywhere, can go to Shiva. And Shiva has time and accepts everyone. You've heard many stories that the demons, they found Shiva, his name, another name is Ashutosh. In Sanskrit, Ashutosh means easy to please. Can you and I have that quality? Easy to please instead of very difficult. No, not this, not that. I like it, but we have that but theory. Can we become Ashutosh? Easy to please. Whatever comes in our way, I accept it. Have you noticed? Our nature, universe is like that. Wherever we turn your face, you got air to breathe. Nature gives us, Mother Nature. And whoever says that this water is not available, water is there. And you are made of water. Look at Shiva's other nature. He is detached. And this thing, they were getting lots of things in the churning of the ocean, Samudra Manthan. And when they were waiting for the eventual, which Vishnu had told him, is Amrit. Amrit was to come up, and they're waiting for the Amrit. But suddenly, they found the whole ocean turning into a terrible dark color. The milk ocean, white, turned into dark color. And halahal, terrible poison started coming up. This poison is not just Vasuki snake's poison. Head was being held by the demon. Tail was being held by the Suras, the Devas. But it was not the Vasuki snake alone. It is the poison from the ocean coming up. Think, why do we say that sit in meditation, be silent, be still? When you're still and silent, lot of poison comes up from within your mind, and you start to remember those things which was terrible. Can you and I be like Ashutosh, like Shiva? What did Shiva do? Look carefully. Shiva is all by himself. He is not part of the group of devas and devis and the demons. And when they had the worst thing, that the poison, what do? They say only one person can help us, and go to Shiva and say, please Shiva, save us. And look at Shiva. In the samsara, there are a lot of fights and quarrels and go on. Can you drink up everybody's poison and accept them and make them feel at home with you? Drink up their poison without pointing a fault at them. What did Shiva do? Shiva accepted it without anything, extended his hand, took up the poison and drank it. He knew it was terrible poison. And what did he do? Being a yogi, he stopped it at the neck. This yogi is not just Hatha yogi or Raja yoga, Jnana yoga, Dharma yoga, or Karma yoga. It is the yoga, is the union with the consciousness within you. Union of the consciousness within you. This is what it means, Shivoham, Shivoham. Becoming one. Ashutosh is accepting everyone. When you know nowhere to turn to, Shiva is always there. And that Shiva is none other than within you. This journey of the ocean is the story of the Samudra Manthan, is to tell you and I in the Advaitavad is true, the Raja Yoga. You churn yourself with the breath. And churn what? It's the spine. It's the spine with which the Kundalini Shakti, which is the snake, which is the Jagaran, and it comes up and through the medulla oblongata enters into Agya Chakra, and you attain that Kundalini Jagaran is attainment of Nirvana. You attain that divine Shivoham. You go beyond the mind. Man ke paar chale jao. This is the meaning of that Shivaratri. This is a very special 365 days in a year. In India, we used to have celebrations. Now most of the celebrations have gone into obscurity, and just about 12 to 15 celebrations in a whole year we have. Shivaratri, Mahashivaratri is one of them. During this, tomorrow it's 9:53 in the evening till about 5:30 is the special Muhurat. Most of the people stay up at night and continue to chant. They fast. Fasting is what? Awakening that control, that detachment from within you and getting connected to that purity. Where is it? Within you. Think for a second. If I just ask you to bring home the point, you get up wherever you're sitting and get up and start flying. Flying. You will laugh, you will look at each other. What is he talking about? How can I fly? But if I say, come, get up from there and come to me. Come walking to me. You will get up and say, why? And come walking to me. Isn't it? When I ask you, you came walking to me, why didn't you get up and start flying? What would you say? How can I fly? I don't know how to fly. I can't fly. Human beings can't fly. I'm not a bird. You know what? Exactly same thing happened 15th of November 1902 in London. Please listen to this carefully. 1902, 15 November, there was a science exhibition. And Mr. Bishop Wright, Lord, was asked to inaugurate it. When he inaugurated, this journalist asked, sir, two of your sons, Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright, are saying they have two stalls here, that they are going to fly. What is your opinion? Mr. Bishop Wright, what he told that day is there in London Museum. He said, if God wanted us to fly, God would have given us wings and feathers. He could not believe it. But see, 18 days after, 2nd of December, same 1902, the first aircraft flew. And today flying is a simple phenomenon. Now, my example, what I wanted to bring the story to you. When I asked you to get up and fly, you say, how can I fly? In other words, what? What you cannot imagine, what you cannot visualize, you cannot do it. But if you can visualize the same thing, you can do it. This is what I intend to bring home. That get up and fly, you've heard today just now from this story. I don't mean fly like a bird. You have to just find a way. And ancient yogis, you know that they can travel through the space. But walking on the legs, you can visualize it and you can do that. Start imagining. The very special message of the Shivaratri is learn to be like Shiva, detached, not bothered about his very special clothes or ornaments. And he has clothes and ornaments which most people will not take it at all. And yet, look at it now. Most attractive Sati fell in love with Shiva. Shiva was not attached. And then when Sati demised, you know about Daksha's story, then Sati took rebirth as Menaka and Himalayas, Hima Parvat, Himalaya. His wife was Menaka, the prettiest Apsara at that time. Their daughter was Parvati. And Parvati went and did tapasya in front of Shiva to please him. In other words, what? A person who is possibly is not apparently just sitting and meditating, not dancing, wearing great clothes, but the greatest of the Shakti, greatest of the devotion, and the prettiest of the lady is the Mother Nature, is the Parvati, gets attracted to that who is pure, who is detached, and devoted to the power from within. Get connected to the power from within, and you will see the most attractive thing of the world will get attracted to you and will come to you. How do you create it? Discover that power of the divine secret within you. Use your mind, which is this consciousness is Shivoham, Shivoham. The mind is the mother, and the senses and the body parts are the various other creatures like the Shiva has around him. And you get connected to that Shiva. Go beyond the Divine Mother with her permission, with worshipping Mother Kali. And she is the Brahman herself. And Brahman is Shiva. Shiva and Parvati are not two separate as per Advaita, they're one. And this is how Artha Narishwar came in to another form. Now you go and discover the power from within. How do you utilize it? Remember all the good things which is past. From past, through your meditation, bring in all the good things. Your present is experience the present with divine feeling. If poisons come, accept it. Drink it up. But don't be affected by it like Nilakanta Shiva. And imagine, visualize, create a great future ahead of you. Create your destiny. Create a divine life. Remember, yogaha chitta duksha vritti nirodha. Yoga is not just a hatha yoga or just a little bit of breathing and meditation. It's to get connected to that supreme Shiva within you, Shiva consciousness or that consciousness. Remember now Mahavakya, Prajnana Brahman. That consciousness is Brahman. And Aham Brahmasmi, Main hi Brahma hu. I welcome you to this divine world. Go ahead tomorrow, see if you feel like, and go ahead and enjoy, have a divine Shivaratri. We'll discuss more of Shiva's Leelas and stories We will talk about it on this Sunday. I'll give you some beautiful stories which are not there heard anywhere.